Over the past few days, we've been introducing you to the women honored with the YWCA Tribute Award.
Women whose leadership and vision have really helped to shape the West Michigan community in so many ways.
Here's Tribute Award winner, Laurie Cirivello.
My father was a minister, so of course I come from a great tradition of orators. His father was a Presbyterian minister too. So I was raised in a family that, you know, passionate about speaking out, basically. But the other side of the family that I think sometimes gets overlooked is I was raised in a family with a tradition of very strong women. When I look at who I sort of admire from my family history is someone I hardly knew. By the time I knew her, she was in a nursing home. But my mother's mother basically raised two children as a single parent, married, but my grandfather had been in World War I and had suffered greatly for that. And as a single mother, raised two children in the middle of the Depression and did an amazing job. And, you know, so therefore I got a mom who could, you know, make a great dinner and be a wonderful hostess at church events, but could also lay tile and knew how to, you know, go deer hunting and just really never put any restrictions on what I could do. I think it is so important for strong women to raise boys. And the reason I believe that is because as young women become empowered and become stronger, they need men who get that. I'm really proud of both of my sons, our sons. You know, they're smart, they're intuitive, they're thinkers, they're brave, and it's really all I could have hoped for. And I'm just really proud to have been the mother of sons. About 5, almost 6 years ago, the founding director of this media center passed away very, very suddenly. I had some chats with some people, and it just seemed to make sense. And so we came and we visited, but it's when I walked in this theater that my husband will tell the story about how my eyes got big. And I got really excited about the chance to be sort of a steward of this really cool, century-old performance venue. I think the role of the Community Media Center is important in Grand Rapids. I think it's important and unfortunately missing in a lot of communities. But you can't just assume that sort of the open, that all things are equal in the world. That everybody is going to have the same ability and capacity to participate in creative expression just because we all live there. Everybody has different barriers. If you happen to have means, connections, you know, a certain amount of clout, you can speak and be heard, or you can sing and be heard, or you can dance and be seen, or you can create a film that will be distributed. But what if you're none of those things? What if your barriers are location, transportation, money, resources, knowledge, and the most important, invitation? What if those are your barriers? Grand Rapids is no different than any other community. We, like others, have those impediments to the most robust creative conversation. And a community media center, in our case, I think is a wonderful addition to a community in that we are constantly supporting others and helping remove those barriers.
And we are so lucky today to have Laurie in our studios. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. We feel like you're our kindred spirit here. Yeah, one of our sisters here. We have so much in common.
We were just talking about social media and the role that plays in the job that we do and how it's kind of 24/7.
You're never off.
Much to our family's dismay.
Yes. People are definitely, you know, drawing of your time, and you definitely have made an impact in the community.
Thank you so much.
And so what has been the best part for you?
I think it's really all about two sides, watching what's happening in technology and media in the commercial world, and then doing the puzzle of how you can take those things and apply them to community building, because they're powerful, powerful tools, radio, television, internet. And the question is, how can you take those and support the work of a nonprofit, or help a neighborhood get to know each other, or in many ways build community.
And in so many ways it seems like because of the work that you do and your organization, Grand Rapids is really on the forefront. There aren't a lot of communities that are this plugged in with this kind of media opportunity.
I'm glad to hear that. That perception is really important to me. I think it really is about understanding and how communication really, really works. And then saying, now, who's not at the table? Who doesn't have the invitation? Who doesn't have the tools? Who doesn't have the knowledge to be able to leverage these things in ways that really matter to Grand Rapids? Because I'm really all about this community.
So what's next? You know, what do you say to someone in your position to really know, you know, with the Community Media Center? I mean, what, you're a nonprofit.
Yes.
What would you like to have to be able to do more?
Well, we're an assistive organization, which means it's really not about our voice. It's about the voice of kids in schools who need to learn media literacy. It's the voice of a nonprofit that needs to be able to deliver their services more effectively. It's even about economic development and how do you work with the nonprofit community that helps strengthen small business and tourism and those types of things. And so I would say that the next thing really is to look at the growth of mobile technology. How do we take those tools and have those tools help support and strengthen those things that, again, strengthen the fabric of what we do here.
Sounds like the conversation we have at Wood TV all the time.
I mean,
really mobile access. People want their information now because they're taking it to restaurants, to work, to appointments, in their car.
And if you're going to be an effective communicator, it doesn't matter if you're TV8 or if you're a small little nonprofit. You have to be effective, and it's really our job to understand how communication works in 2010 and then take those tools and rework them, reapply them, so they can be just as effective for that small organization as they can be for you.
Well, thank you so much. And, you know, important information sharing, which is a cornerstone of what every great community needs to have. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And congratulations on your well-deserved award.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll be right back.